Hello viewer, welcome to Samuel Academy. In this video, the subject today is Form 4 Geography. In this subject, we shall learn about tourism. And under tourism, we shall look at the game parks in East Africa. This is the map of East Africa showing Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, we have Rwanda and Burundi. And those are the lakes in East Africa. So we shall start by looking at the national parks in East Africa. So the following are the national parks in East Africa. Let's start by looking at Kenya. Alright, this is the map of Kenya, and these are the national parks in the country. This park here is called Tsavo National Park. We have Tsavo East and Tsavo West. Next to Tsavo, we have Amboseli National Park, found near the border with Tanzania. Alright, going to the north, we have the following national parks in the central part of the country. We have Lake Nakuru National Park, we have Aberdares National Park, we have Mount Kenya National Park, and Meru National Park. Going to the north, we have around Marsabit town, we have Marsabit National Park, and around Lake Turkana, we have Sibiloi National Park. And finally, in the western part of the country, near Mount Elgon, we have Mount Elgon National Park. Alright, let's go to Uganda and see where the parks are. Now, in the eastern part of the country, we have Mount Elgon National Park, and then in the northeast, we have Kipedo Valley National Park, and then we have around Lake Albert, we have Murchison Falls National Park. Let's go to the south of the country, to the southwest. We have Semuliki National Park, and down there, below that national park, we have the Rwenzori Mountains National Park. So the park is around Rwenzori Mountains. And then we have Kibale Forest National Park. We have Queen Elizabeth National Park, and then in the south of these parks we have Mugahinga National Park, and finally around Lake Mburo in Uganda we have Lake Mburo National Park. Alright, let's go to the Republic of Tanzania. Alright, around this area, we have several parks. We have Serengeti National Park in Tanzania. It's a big park. And then around it, we have the Ngorongoro Conservation Area, and we have the Ngorongoro Crater National Park. Okay, to the east of this park, we have Arusha Town, and around this area, we have Arusha National Park. We also have Kilimanjaro National Park, which is around Mount Kilimanjaro. And we also have Mkomazi National Park. Alright, at the coast near the Indian Ocean, at this point, we have Saadani National Park. Without forgetting this one, we have Tarangire National Park. Okay, going to the south, we have the following parks. We have Mikumi National Park. We have Uzungwa Mountains National Park. We have Ruaha National Park. And we have this large park around this area. It is called Silas or Nyerere National Park. Now going to the southwest, we have Kitulo National Park. And then towards the west, this Lake Tanganyika, and around it we have the following parks. We have Mahale Mountains National Park. We also have Katavi National Park, and we also have what you call Gombe Stream National Park. Let's go to the north. In Lake Victoria, we have an island called Rubondo, and so we have Rubondo Island National Park. Those are the national parks in the Republic of Tanzania. So let's now look at the game reserves. We remove the national parks and bring the game reserves, right? That is how they are distributed in East Africa. Let's start with Kenya and see where the game reserves are. Starting with this part of the country, we have Boni National Reserve, we have Dodori National Reserve. Then to the west of these parks, we have Arawale National Reserve. We also have around River Tana, we have Tana River Primate National Reserve, right? And we have South Kitui National Reserve. And to the north of this reserve, we have North Kitui National Reserve. We have Kora National Reserve, and we have Rahole National Reserve. Now, going to this central part of the country, we have Samburu Reserve and Shaba National Reserve. In the north of those reserves, we have Losai National Reserve, and we also have this reserve in Turkana County, South Turkana National Reserve. And finally, we have the Maasai Mara National Reserve. So let's go to the Republic of Uganda and see how the reserves are distributed. Now, in the eastern part of the country, we have Pianupe Game Reserve, we have Bokora Game Reserve, we also have Madeniko Game Reserve. Okay, going to the northwest of the country, we have Ajai Game Reserve and Aswa Lolim Game Reserve. Now let's go to the southwest. We have Toro Game Reserve in the southern part of Lake Albert. In the south of Lake Albert, we have this reserve, Toro Game Reserve. Then we have Katonga Game Reserve. And near Lake George, we have Kigezi Game Reserve. Now let's go to the Republic of Tanzania and see how the reserves are distributed. In this part of the country, in the northwest, we have Burigi Game Reserve. Then below that we have Moyowosi Game Reserve and Kigozi Game Reserve. Okay, going to the central part of the country, we have Rungwe Game Reserve and Kisigo Game Reserve. Now around this area where we had Gorongoro Kureta National Park, we also have Gorongoro Conservation Area. Right. So those are the game reserves in East Africa, and we also have the following. In Kenya, we have a conservation area. Alright, this conservation area that is here, alright, in the country. Let's look at it. It is called Lewa Conservation Area around this part of the country, and next to it in the northwest we have Maralal Game Sanctuary. So those are the national parks, game reserves, and animal sanctuaries or conservation areas as well in East Africa. That is how they are distributed and their names. So I hope you have enjoyed my video. Kindly like and subscribe to see more videos that are educational in nature. Thank you so much.